Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a match on WWE 2K25. This one is an elimination six-man tag match. We have got Erik and Ivar with Vikingo, the full-on Viking experience, taking on Santos Escobar, Angel, and Berto. But I can't remember what they're called together. I'll find out. Is it Lesbiwa? Something like that. Where are we? Berto. Legado del Fantasma. I was bloody close. I tried my hardest. Right, first of all then, we have got Erik and Ivar then as a tag team are on -1 after 8 matches. Of course, they have had one match so far this year, which they lost to Bullet Club War Dogs a couple of weeks back at our Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Because, of course, these guys were massive in Ring of Honor before moving across to WWE and becoming the Viking experience. So yeah, -1 after 8 matches, -1 from 1 this year. And they will be teaming up with Vikingo, the full-on Viking experience. Vikingo currently on 0 after 10 matches overall this year. Now this is a 6-man tag elimination match. There is 1 point for every elimination, plus a bonus point for being the winning team. So there's a big opportunity here. Again, there are 4 points up for grabs for somebody if they can get all 3 of the eliminations and the win, which we have seen happen in the past, so it's not impossible. But they're going to be going up against the team of Phantasma, whatever they were called. First of all, Santos Escobar on a +4 after 7 matches. We haven't actually seen him in the last 2 years in our ranking system. Now, I checked this before the match, right, before the match began, and it said these guys had a trios entrance set up. Oh, okay, I'll take it all back. Legado del Fantasma. So Santos Escobar +4 after 7 matches, and then Angel and Berto, otherwise known as Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, they have never wrestled as a tag team. Okay. This is our first ever time using them as a tag team in this universe mode, I believe. It is. Wow, okay. That's interesting. They're on the ranking system, we just never used them before. Okay. Well, big opportunity here then. So yep, 6-man tag elimination match, so falls count anywhere, everybody is legal, 1 point for every elimination you cause, bonus point for the winners, minus a point if you lose the match. If you're eliminated, you don't lose a point until you've officially lost the match, so effectively you could be eliminated and still end up getting the plus point if your teammates can win the match for you. So there we go. So I believe... I've got to get everyone's names right now, haven't I? So Ivar used to be Hansen, so that's Ivar, they're the big one with the braids. Ro is the bald one on the ground. We have got Angel, or Angel Gomez, no. Angel Gomez? Angel Garza. Angel Gomez used to play for Man United. He is currently working over the grounded Ro. And then you've got Humberto Carrillo, who's on the outside with Vikingo. And then obviously Santos Escobar up on the corner. You can tell we haven't used these guys very often, haven't you, really? I'm shocked to myself, though, to be honest, that we haven't used Garza and Carrillo as a tag team ever before. I mean, we've used some of the most weird and wonderful tag teams, haven't we? And we haven't used them too. I mean, we have used the team of Tully Blanchard and Daga. But we've never used Carrillo and Garza. Okay. It is what it is, isn't it? Right, Ivar now up on the shoulders. Going to drop Garza face first. A big opportunity here then for Vikingo. I mean, this one's pretty even in my opinion. I think maybe the Viking experience do have a slight advantage. I feel like the tag team, the War Raiders, are a bit stronger than Garza and Carrillo. When it comes to Escobar and Vikingo, that's a pretty interesting match. Escobar, of course, has had many names over the past, and I think I don't know if we've used them all in our ranking system, but they are all on there. I just don't know if we've actually used them all, but there was obviously Phantasma, which is what he was in AAA. In Lucha Underground, he played King Cuerno, and of course now in NXT, moving up to the main roster of WWE, he is just solely Santos Escobar. Ivar now controlling Escobar on the outside. Erik looking to re-enter the ring. And he's going to go for the dive to the back of Carrillo, in with a knee drop. There's the pin. Referee, again, very, very slow to get in and out of the ring. That's always the problem, isn't it, with these sort of matches when it's full count anywhere. The referee's just really poor. As I've said in the past, I think there should be some better AI in this, where if the AI is planning one step ahead, which they should be able to, they're much smarter than we are. If they're planning one step ahead, the referee should be aware that they're going for a high-impact maneuver than the pin. So the referee should try and get into some sort of decent position to be able to start counting the pin when it happens. Santos Escobar now with a kendo stick, slamming it across Erik. Erik comes running in with that running forearm. And now Carrillo has Erik on the shoulders into the Samoan drop. And normally with these matches, whoever gets the first elimination is going to win. It's just so difficult to turn around a numbers advantage in these sort of matches. But it is possible to do. We have seen it. But more than likely, it is the people who gets the first elimination goes on to win it. Escobar dropping to the outside now, and we do seem to split into two 2-on-1 matches here. It's Carrillo now in. No. Ivar able to use his strength to throw him over the top. Escobar now with Vikingo up on the shoulders, in with a gory special position. There's the submission, but Vikingo able to break free. Escobar and Vikingo going at it now. There's the drop kick. And at the moment it's Legado Fantasma who is looking in a stronger position for the two. Go straight crash into the ground. All of a sudden the War Raiders are taking control of this one. I say they need some points. They're not doing very well in the ranking system. They do need to elevate themselves up. Currently they are on -1 from 8, which is of course the match they've already had this year against Clark Connors and Driller Maloney. Vikingo now up on the middle rope. Looking lovely. Here with a Phoenix Splash in the middle rope. Incredible rotation to be able to turn that one the way that he did. It's only a 2 count though. Vikingo now once again heading up to the top. Looking for the 630 senton. It was missed. Berto now with a strike into the back. We've got Ivar up at the top corner in. Wow, got a cannonball from the top. Referee again very, very slow to get into any position. There's the 1, there's the 2. Only a 2 count. Yeah, really, really slow to get into position there, you know. Carrillo now trying to take Ivar up on the shoulders, but just realised he's a big, big boy. There's the leg drop onto the arm. There's the chops, the strikes, everything in the face. Santos Escobar continues them though. Ivar now taking Carrillo up on the shoulders. Going to drop him with the... it's like a gut buster. Almost like a backbreaker. There was a pin attempt, but Santos Escobar able to break it up. Erik got there in time to try and protect his... well, he didn't get there in time, did he? He got there a bit too late to try and protect his teammate. There's the pin. Oh, that was close, that was. That was only a 2. Again, the pin attempt. This time it's still only a 2, but 2 very, very close to eliminations there by Ivar. Here's the pin now by Erik. On the other side on Carrillo. And again, it's so close to a 3, but not quite. And look at Erik now just throwing the stop sign into the chest of Berto. As Ivar now up on the shoulders, looking for that Rikishi driver. I'm sure he doesn't call it that. Is that called the Viking Experience now, is it? There's the pin. Referee again, slow to get into position, but not as bad as he has been. But it's still only a 2 count. I think if he had got there in time, it probably would have been enough. Carrillo now with a stop sign again, right between the eyes of Erik Vikingo, though able to knock the stop sign out of his hands. At the moment, it is the Viking experience that are looking the stronger here. Garza now with a running drop kick on Ivar. Went for the springboard lion salt, completely missed it, and all of a sudden everyone just charging into the ring. Erik now with Santos Escobar up on the shoulders. Why is everyone trying to get into the same corner together as well? And there's that gutbuster once again. Oh, okay. Interesting camera work. Went for the dropkick in the corner. Spent too long taunting the crowd and he was able to turn things around. But now an opportunity for Ivar outside the ring. Dropping that Rikishi driver. Again, if he goes to the pin, this should be our first elimination. The referee can get into position, which he does very, very slowly. And there it is. Ivar gets the first elimination of the match, which means he gets himself a bonus point in the singles rankings, which moves him up to a 0 now. And all of a sudden, it's now a 3-on-2 situation. Like I said, these matches generally, when one person takes the one team gets the person advantage, it's pretty simple. But then again, we've got the opportunity here. Escobar inside the ring. No, it's only a 2 count. Escobar now heading up to the top rope. Big splash attempted. Erik able to roll out of the way. There's the boot into the leg by Erik, who's now heading to the top rope. Pin attempt now by Garza on Ivar. Only a 1 count. Garza now taking Ivar up, drops him with the butterfly pile driver. Vikingo though now send him crashing. Santos Escobar hooks the arm, drops around the back into that arm breaker. Vikingo now working over Garza on the outside. There's the knees in the spine. I mean, one more elimination, this match is dead and buried. This could be it. It could be Ivar getting himself a second elimination of the match. No, only a 2 count. I mean, it's got to be a win here for the Viking experience. They're just dominating the match now, especially 3-on-2. There's not much chance of turning it around, is there, surely? I mean, there's that spinning slam by Ivar inside the ring. I mean, there's that nice package takedown there by Garza, but the problem is, as he's doing it, he's just getting absolute crap beaten out of him. And here, inside the ring, Ivar now, Rikishi driver once again. Here's the pin. This could be enough, but Angela's actually up and in time to break it up. That's interesting. That was a big opportunity there. Oh, look at that. Santos Escobar was stalking Ivar. Erik comes across, picks him up and drops him with that boot into the back of the head, and this could be enough for the second elimination. It is indeed. This time it's Erik who gets the elimination. So both members of the War Raiders get themselves a point each. And it's all down to who's going to get this final elimination. Look at this, working together now. There's the pin. And there's the win. There we go. And it is Erik Rowe who gets the point once again and also gets the point for the victory. So he's gained 3 points from this match, moves up from a -1 to a +2. Ivar with that victory then has got 2 points in this match. He moves from a -1 to a +1. And Vikingo, the man who probably needed the majority of the points, only gets the 1 for the victory. But it does also move him up to a +1. Santos Escobar. Where is he? There he is. With that loss, then moves down to a +3 after 8 matches. Berto Carrillo, with that loss, moves down to a -2 after 4 matches. Angel Garza. Not Hector. Angel Garza with that loss then moves down to a -3 after 3 matches. He's never won one by the looks of it. Into the tag team rankings then. The debut of Legado del Fantasma ends up in a loss, so they move down to -1. But Erik and Ivar are going to get themselves a victory, moves them back up to a +1. There we go. The ranking system is updated with those results. Excellent. Right, so we've still got a few matches. We've got loads of matches lined up, haven't we? The next 2 matches will be your hardcore tournament semi-final matches. Raven versus Abyss versus Pagano versus Bruiser Brody next, before Penta versus Tanaka versus the Sandman versus Sabu. After that, we've got the tag team #1 contendership final. We'll see America's Most Wanted, James Storm and Chris Harris up against Future Shock, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. We will have a runner-up last chance death match between the 2 runners-up in the semi-finals of the hardcore tournament. They'll have the chance to become the 4th and final person in the Hardcore Championship match on Sunday. And then to finish things off, the next-gen gauntlet match. Leon Slater, Javon Evans, Obafemi Vikingo, Chris Bay, Dragon Lee, Bron Breakker, Dominic Mysterio, Wesley, Charlie Dempsey, all under the age of 30, and all getting the chance to showcase what they can do.